The upcoming budget will introduce a strengthened fiscal consolidation strategy, says Finance Chief Paul Chan. Cross-border marathon concludes successfully, paving the way for similar events during the National Games later this year. And the hospital authority has stabilized a manpower crunch and will reopen the ENT department of the Hong Kong Children's Hospital soon. Good evening. You're now watching Cable News. I'm Cheryl Yun. With just 3 days to go before Financial Secretary Paul Chan unveils Hong Kong's budget, the minister revealed the color of the document, a shade of aqua blue, symbolizing an ocean of potential opportunities. Evelyn Bai reports.
Writing on his weekly blog, Chen said the blue cover not only represents unlimited opportunities, but also signals a solid foundation for high-quality economic growth. The predicted $100 billion fiscal deficit is one of the highlights of the budget, and the government plans to tackle the shortfall by strictly controlling public spending without affecting the livelihoods of residents. To meet the challenge, Chen said the budget will introduce a comprehensive fiscal consolidation program to moderately increase revenue while maintaining the SAR's competitive edge. Looking ahead, Chen acknowledged the complex and ever-changing global environment and urged Hong Kongers to remain confident and optimistic about the SAR's future. Expressing gratitude for the valuable feedback from residents during the budget consultation, Chen said, with support from Beijing, the city should seize development opportunities, leverage technological advancements, and upgrade traditional industries to gain new economic momentum. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
The Shenzhen-Hong Kong Marathon, a test event for the forthcoming National Games, proceeded smoothly this morning. Passing through Hong Kong before heading back to the finish line in Shenzhen, 38 athletes took part in the event, including 6 from the SAR. Jeremy Zhu reports.
The full marathon included a 21.8-kilometer Hong Kong section. The women's race started at 7 a.m. from Shenzhen Bay Sports Center, and the men's event was flagged off 30 minutes later. Runners crossed the Shenzhen Bay Bridge and Kongshan Western Highway before returning to the Shenzhen Bay port and finishing at the starting point. To facilitate the event, immigration and customs services at Shenzhen Bay port were suspended between 2 a.m. to 11 a.m. This is the second cross-border event organized by Shenzhen and Hong Kong, following the Guangdong-Hong Kong-Macau cycling race last November. Both events were test runs before the National Games later this year, which will be co-hosted by Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. Yan Tak-kyun, head of the National Games Coordination Office, said the test event helped rehearse key procedures like customs clearance, closed-loop management, and coordination. He noted that facial recognition and tracking technology helped to ensure a smooth process, paving the way for future collaborations. Shou Chenfan, Deputy Director of Shenzhen's Nanshan District Sports Bureau, highlighted the close cooperation between Shenzhen and Hong Kong in planning and preparations, saying the event provided some valuable insights. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
Team Hong Kong fell short against Team Jiangsu in the championship game of the men's handball event at the Kai Tak Arena today. The test event for the forthcoming National Games concluded successfully, and athletes praised the improvements in the facilities compared to the previous day. Spectators cheered for Team Hong Kong when they faced 4-time national champions Jiangsu. Despite valiant effort, the SAR could not catch up with the northeastern team, losing 20-28. Earlier in the bronze medal match, Team Guangdong secured a decisive victory over Team Macau. A Guangdong player said there were improvements made to the court compared to the day before. He said the floor was slippery yesterday, possibly due to dust, but the situation improved today and the floor was clean. Meanwhile, the Guangdong coach said adjustments could be made to the route towards the court, as the current path required a detour due to construction, which took them 20 minutes of walking. This marks the second sports-related test event at the Kai-Tak Arena. The multi-purpose venue will host the handball and fencing events during the 15th National Games in November. The hospital authority expects to resume services of the ear, nose and throat department at the Hong Kong Children's Hospital by the next quarter. Every effort is being made to minimize disruptions to the treatment of young patients and stabilize the situation. Jeremy Zhu reports.
Speaking on a radio program, Chief Executive of the Hospital Authority Tony Ko explained that services at the ENT department in the hospital in Kowloon City were suspended earlier this month due to a shortage of specialized doctors. More than 500 patients had to be transferred to other public hospitals. Pediatric ENT treatment was a highly specialized field, Ko explained, and doctors trained overseas were being encouraged to come to Hong Kong to help ease the staffing crunch. To address manpower challenges, the Review Committee on the Management of the Public Hospital System proposed 31 recommendations last year, including the use of AI to assist in clinical tasks.
Speaking
on the same program, Chief Medical Informatics Officer Joanna Pang noted that AI can currently analyze patient data, helping medical teams detect potential deterioration early and intervene promptly. Addressing privacy concerns about AI, Tony Ko assured the public that all systems are internally developed by the hospital authority and data remains secure, eliminating privacy risks. The recommendations also include linking staff performance with their salary. Ko said the authorities are studying the details and will implement changes after consultations. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
80 recipients were honored with the Good Citizen Award during a ceremony at the Convention and Exhibition Center in Wan Chai this afternoon. Established more than 50 years ago, the awards are given to members of the public who are recommended by the police and render positive assistance in prevention or detection of crime. Jeremy Zhu has the story.
Among the winners, 28% were recognized for assisting police in theft cases. 24% were commended for locating missing persons or saving lives. The youngest winner this year is a 17-year-old girl, while the oldest is an 80-year-old man. 3 university students from the mainland visiting the SAR were among the notable recipients. In January last year, they spotted a person falling into the sea at the Golden Bohemia Square in Wan Chai. They quickly threw life rings, called the police, and sought help from passers-by, leading to victims' rescue. The Good Citizen of the Year award was given to 9 construction workers and a hospital authority clerk who assisted in rescue efforts during a fire, which claimed 5 lives at New Lucky House in Yau Ma Tei. Police Commissioner Raymond Siu praised the winners, noting their acts of kindness in everyday life and encouraging the public to embody the spirit of being a good citizen. He reminded people not to underestimate their own power. Siu also emphasized the importance of public vigilance against scams, highlighting that police efforts alone are not enough, and public awareness is crucial in preventing fraud. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
Chairman of the Transport Advisory Committee, Stephen Cheung, said the government is committed to establishing short, medium and long-term measures for regulating ride-hailing services within this year. His comments came after listening to the views of representatives from the taxi trade as well as ride-hailing operators. Evelyn Bai reports.
Taking to the airwaves, Cheung said he hoped to consolidate opinions of different stakeholders, identify a balanced approach, and provide quality point-to-point transport services for the benefit of the public. A taxi union stalled industrial action after transport officials met with representatives from both sides last week.
I have committed to the to the stakeholders. Whatever they have opinions, not only they can express their view to us during the meetings, they can submit their opinion in written form anytime they want. Or even though if they if they come, if they meet me on the street, whatever occasions they meet me, they can tell me what they think, So this is the ongoing consultation process.
Highlighting no decrease in transport-related complaints in the committee's quarterly report.
好大陣煙味。
Chang also shared his own negative experiences, such as getting into a taxi that reeked of smoke and some cab drivers refusing short trips. He stressed the need for industry-wide improvements, such as installing cameras in taxis. Taxi service complaints in Macau and Shenzhen fell by 90% after installing cameras, he added. Evan Bai, Cable News.
Pope Francis had a restful night after his condition worsened yesterday. The 88-year-old who is being treated for pneumonia is critical and received blood transfusions to counter anemia. Outside the Gemelli Hospital in Rome, a crowd gathered to pray for the Pope's recovery, while others left flowers as tokens of hope. The Vatican said the Pope had spent the day in an armchair, with his condition worsening compared to the day before. He currently requires high flows of oxygen and is being treated with a combination of different medications. Speaking to the Italian press, the Vatican Secretary of State dismissed rumors about the Pope's resignation as unfounded speculation, stressing that the focus remains on the Holy Father's health, his recovery, and his return to the Vatican. Francis was admitted to the hospital 10 days ago after experiencing difficulties in breathing. Doctors have warned that the main threat would be the onset of sepsis, a serious infection of the blood that can occur as a complication of pneumonia. In his native Argentina, where Francis was born, the faithful prayed for his recovery at the church in the capital Buenos Aires, where the Pope lived and worked for many years before becoming the leader of the Roman Catholic Church. A fatal knife attack in eastern France has claimed one life and left at least 3 police officers injured. The 37-year-old Algerian suspect, who was on a terror watch list, has been taken into custody. French President Emmanuel Macron has denounced the attack as an act of Islamist terrorism. Online footage showed one person injured at a market in the city of Mulhouse, near the Swiss and German borders. The incident happened at a demonstration taking place in support of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The French anti-terror unit said the suspect targeted municipal police officers, seriously wounding 2 of them. A 69-year-old passerby was fatally injured while trying to intervene. The suspect has reportedly been repatriated to Algeria multiple times, but the Algerian government has declined to take him back. Investigations are underway for murder and terrorism links. President Macron extended his condolences to the victim's family, reiterating that the attack was undoubtedly an Islamist terrorist attack. On to the weather now. Overcast with a minimum temperature of 13 degrees Celsius in the urban areas and a couple of degrees lower in the new territories. Few light rain patches in the following couple of days. And that's the news tonight. I'm Cheryl Yun. Thanks for watching and good night.